Hello, everyone. Hello to Aquarians in particular. Today I'm going to be doing your reading, and this is going to be for the month. We're going from June 13th up until July 15th. This is your love, tapping, and tarot reading. So what I'm going to do first is I have a 5-card tarot reading, and the cards are already laid out for you. And I'm going to go ahead and do that reading. And then afterwards, I have some EFT tapping for you. Because I don't do spells, but EFT tapping actually does work to change the energy around your life situation. So it does kind of work like a spell. So to get started, Aquarius, I've got a bunch of notes for you all. This month is going to be intense as far as relationships. And so what I want you to do is have your intention on one particular person that you are in relationship with romantically. And I'm saying this is specifically for romantic relationships because, I mean, it actually could apply to friendships and things like that. But seriously, your biggest and best gurus in your life are going to be the ones that you are in a romantic relationship with. They will teach you more than anybody in your life because these kinds of relationships are intense. If for no other reason than because of the biological connection and the bond that you have with this person. And for Aquarius, it's going to be very intense this month. In fact, like the biggest threat to your relationship would be boredom. And actually, what I think, really is going on when you're feeling bored is that there's really some anxiety coming up because seriously, how could you possibly be bored with anything? So that's just really your own anxiety that's coming up. For single Aquarians, the thing that you're loving this month is the chase. So anybody who is mysterious, you're going to want to chase after them. And this is kind of a general reading, but I want you to also check your ascendant and your moon sign and possibly even the sign that your Venus is in, if you know those things. If you want to get something more specific. Also, I am available for private readings. So if you're watching this on YouTube, look at the information below in the description on how to get a personal reading. I do have readings available for as little as $10. So, I try to make this available for anybody who needs it. So the first card down was the 4 of Vessels. And I'm going to show you this up close and personal. Like I just said, your worst enemy this month is boredom. What does this person look like? Okay, and actually in the first position, this is representing the strength of your relationship. Now, why would strength? Well, what they're telling me, what I'm hearing is actually with someone who can tend to be, shall we say, passive, maybe a little bit passive aggressive. Maybe when you get a little bit miffed, you just kind of act like you don't give a damn. And maybe that can be your strength in a way. But this is a person who is looking bored. As you can see on the card, this person has 3 cups right in front of them. And instead of looking at the 3 cups right in front of him, he's like got his mind on the cup that's floating around up here somewhere. It's like he's got his mind on the fantasy rather than what's already here. And according to numerology, now this is the Four of Cups, and fours represent foundation. And this is also your strength, because what this is telling me is that you actually do have a strong, solid foundation in this relationship. And maybe that's the thing that you need to focus more on. And really the general indication that I'm getting from this card is you need to really, your strength in this is your ability to focus on what you really want. So instead of focusing on that cup that's up in the sky somewhere, you might want to focus on the three that are right in front of you. In other words, focus on the positive aspects of the relationship rather than focusing on wishing that things could be different. And the other thing I'm getting about this is, often in relationships, especially romantic relationships, we expect for the other person to make us happy. And so if they're not doing something to entertain us, or they're not doing something that we think they should be doing, then we're not happy. When we forget that our happiness is our own responsibility. It is not the responsibility of your partner to make you happy. Now, if they happen to do nice things that make you happy, that's cool, but it's not their responsibility to make you happy. So your strength is going to be focusing on the positive aspects of this relationship, and you will get more of those positive aspects. And show appreciation. When your partner does something that you really like, tell him or tell her, focus on that instead of focusing on what you don't like. So that will be your strength this month, Aquarius. The second card that came up, and this is the weakness of the relationship. And this is the Queen of Staves, and it came up in the reverse. This is the weakness of the relationship. And when she's in the reverse, the Queen of Staves can be very demanding, aggressive, manipulative, and she might even be feeling pushy, selfish, jealous. Maybe she's had a loss of self-confidence, so she's feeling jealous, not feeling really good about herself these days. So if this is you, this is the weakness of the relationship. This will get you nowhere. So again, go back to the strength of the relationship, which is focus on your firm foundation. Focus on what's right about the relationship, and deal with your feelings of insecurity. In fact, we may do some of that in the tapping that I'm going to be doing with you. And this month is Father's Day is coming up this weekend, and there couldn't have been a better time for me to pick these cards, because what I'm feeling that may be going on for some of you women, again, this is a general reading, but for a lot of women, this is the case, is we kind of want from our partners what our father didn't give us. The attention, the making us feel cherished, making us feel unconditional love, all these things we wanted from our father. And we go into relationships expecting the man and, expecting our boyfriend, our husband, whoever, to give us these things that our father couldn't give us. And so I have a feeling that this may be going on, okay? And so the next card is in the position of the reality of the relationship. And this particular card, the Queen of Swords, this is really appropriate for this position because Queen of Swords is someone who's a quick thinker. She's very organized and not really a very emotional person. And what the card is suggesting is that you need to get your emotions under control so that you can really look at this situation as what it is instead of because your emotions are tripping you up right now. So you need to really be independent in thought and judgment. Be careful about, if you're talking about the relationship with friends, or be careful who you're talking to, because oftentimes our friends, tend to be just as negative as we are. They have the same kind of beliefs about men and about relationships as we do. So be careful about that, because that talking to a friend who hates men, or or guys, if you're talking to somebody who has a bad attitude about women, this is not going to help your situation. You need to really, again, focus on what's positive about the relationship, because whatever you focus on, whatever you put your attention on, is what is going to grow in the relationship. So the next card we have up is in the happiness position. And this is kind of an odd card to have in the happiness position. But what they're telling me is this is kind of, seems to be the crux of the situation. Either you or your partner may have just experienced, or actually it could be both of you. You may be experiencing some really financial hardships. Maybe it was a big loss. Maybe one of you lost a job. And this is what's affecting the happiness of the relationship, and even more so why you need to focus on what's right about the relationship. Because there may be financial pressure right now. And for example, if your husband or boyfriend just lost his job recently, or maybe he had a setback at work, maybe he didn't get the promotion he wanted, and right now he may be feeling really, really out of sorts, and it has nothing to do with you. But again, if you're expecting him to fulfill all of your emotional needs, then you're going to be this person right here who's feeling disappointed. It's not his job to fulfill all of your emotional needs. It's just not. And once you get that, and leave him alone, as far as, if you're bored or you need something emotionally, then you do what you need to do to get your needs fulfilled. Don't depend on him for that. There are lots of things that you can do. And tapping is one of them. We're going to do that today. Now, the last card, the key to the future. This is the World reversed. Oh, and now I just remembered what I wanted to say to you about this. The World reversed. Now, the World upright is a really great card. This is like completion. This is like reaching a really, really big goal. But it came up in the reverse. And what this is suggesting to me is like you're so close to completing things. Maybe you were working on a degree and you dropped out. It's like you have this pattern perhaps where you get so close to meeting a goal, attaining a goal, and then you lose your focus and you sabotage. And so what I want to say about that is the feeling I'm getting with this is that this is a very common, I work with relationships, and I work with the chakras, and one of the unconscious vows that we often make, it's a third chakra vow, is the vow to be broken. And this is exactly what came into my mind when I saw this come up in reverse. Because if you have this unconscious vow to be broken, then you will have this pattern that you will set out to do something. Every time you set out to attain a goal, just before you reach it or just after you reach it, you will screw it all up. You'll stop before you finish it. You'll leave things incomplete, projects undone. And of course, if a project's undone, do you get paid for it? If you have a program or something like that, if you never really finish it, you never really get to reap the benefits from it. And so you're sabotaging your own success. And it's a vow to be broken. And the reason we have a vow like that, usually it's because one or both of our parents, we still have anger and resentment towards one or both of our parents, because maybe they were abusive, or we felt abandoned by them, or and we're still trying to hold them accountable. We're still trying to show them, see, look what you did to me. Because of you, I am broken. Because of you, I can't get my relationships together. Because of you, I can't get my career together. Look what you did to me. That's what we're doing. And as I said, this is an unconscious vow. It is not something that you would have been aware of. But this is something that I work with many women about, and men too. And I myself have lived with this vow. And it really, really can screw up your life. It will cause you to do so much self-sabotage. All of your procrastination, all of your leaving projects uncompleted, a lot of times showing up late, and thereby screwing up your relationships and as well as work projects. All of that can be associated with this third chakra vow to be broken, really. Wow. Okay, so this reading is going long already. So I do want to do some tapping with you, and I think I want to make it on this third chakra vow. So if this resonates with you, let me think how I'm going to do this. So to find out if you have this vow, here's what I want you to imagine. Imagine like you are receiving an award for some achievement that you did, or maybe you're on the Oprah show, and you're getting recognition for your accomplishments. Maybe you wrote a book, whatever it is in your field that you did and you're getting recognition for. Now, I want you to imagine, put your parents or your mother, your father, both of them, or your caretakers out in the audience. And imagine one of them or both of them is leaning over to a family friend or something and saying something like, see, I was such a good parent, and that's why she's so successful, because I was just such a good parent. Or maybe she's saying, see, I never did anything to her. She thinks that, she says that I was such a mean mother to her, or I abandoned her, or whatever it was. But look how successful she is. And it's all because of me, because I was such a good parent. Now, if that drives you bananas, if that makes you want to just, scream, then you have this vow. And on some level, you are still trying to get that parent to get even with that parent and to show them, look what you did to me. Because of you, I'm such a screw up. Because of you, I can't get my life together. And I know it makes no sense whatsoever. And that's why I'm saying this is an unconscious thing that is running your life. Okay. And we're going to do a short little tapping, but I'm just going to warn you right now. This is not just a little belief. It's not just a little thing that we can just tap away in 5 minutes, unfortunately, because that's about all the time I have left for this video. But I want to at least give you an idea. And if you follow me on Twitter, connect with me on Facebook, because I'm going to do a Father's Day special program where we're going to be doing more tapping on this issue. But to start out with, just tap on your karate chop point. And just repeat after me. If you don't know how to tap, just follow what I do. It works whether you know how to do it or not. It's so simple. Even though I have made a vow to get even with my parents. I made a vow to be broken because I want them to see what they did to me. There's some part of me that still needs to be broken, to show them, to try to get them to recognize finally what they have done to me. There's a little childlike part of me that needs that. And even though I have this thing running my life behind the scenes, I can't get anything right. I can't finish anything that I start. I can't follow through on things. And this is totally sabotaging and ruining my life and my relationships. I love and honor myself anyway. And I choose to let go of this to the extent that I'm able to today. Even though I have this vow to get even with my parents and to be broken. And it's affecting my relationships. It's affecting my work, my career. It's affecting every part of my life. It's even making me literally broke because I can't seem to keep money or earn enough money. And if I do have a windfall, I get rid of that money just as fast as I can. And I've always wondered what the hell that was about. Even though I have this vow to be broken, because I want them to see what they've done to me. I want them to apologize. I choose to love and accept myself, and I choose to let go of this vow to whatever extent I can today. I know I've been holding on to this for a long, long time. Even though I have this vow to be broken, and it's showing up in all kinds of nasty ways in my life. I can't complete things. I leave things undone. I never follow through with what I say I'm going to do. Yep. Everybody can see I am just broken, financially broken. My relationships are all broken. I just can't seem to finish anything. Not a college degree, nothing. And even though I've had this vow to be broken, I've had it for a long, long time, I am choosing to forgive myself and to forgive everyone else who may have caused or contributed my being broken. And I choose to let that go to whatever extent that I can today. And then just tap through the points. This vow to be broken. I've had this for a long, long time. And in the beginning of the eyebrow, this vow to be broken. I want them to see how badly they've hurt me. I'm going to take the glasses off. On the side of the eye, this vow to be broken. I refuse to finish anything. I refuse to be a success. Under the eye, this vow to be broken. I need them to see how badly they've hurt me. I need them to say they're sorry. Now, under the nose, this vow to be broken. So much procrastination this has caused me. On the chin, this vow to be broken. I'm wondering if I can finally start to let this go. And on the collarbone, this vow to be broken. I wonder if it could be safe for me to let this go now. I wonder if I really do need to hear them say they're sorry. What if I don't need them to apologize? And now just take a deep breath. And, that was just a quick introduction to the tapping on the vow to be broken. And as I said, it's a vow, okay? You've been carrying this vow your entire lifetime. So I'm not saying that little bit of tapping is going to end that vow forever or the damage that it has caused in your life, okay? But as I said, I will go into that more in future videos and future programs that I do. So, Aquarius, that was your tarot reading for the month of June, all the way up until July 15th. I hope that you enjoyed it, and you can contact me. Look in the description below if you need to have a private reading. So, until next month, I'll see you then.